Hey, everybody, welcome back to Mom Can Have Another Dollar. Today we're playing
Never mind
Ehrgeiz.
what we were talking about just now. Just
No, actually, I think we specifically need Keith to explain his crimes.
Well, it's
Wait
not
a minute.
his
Wait,
fault.
No, that conversation began on the subject of Nick's crimes. How did we sleight of hand it over to my crimes? Hold on a minute, fellas. This is the beginning of a new propitious decade, and
I gotta be
let
God
us-
hand. For fucking sure. Sorry, I interrupted you, Keith.
No, I mean you said something inexplicable and wrong. That's perfectly on brand.
Yeah, you apologize to Keith.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
that's
bad.
weird. What is this?
Ew.
This is Ehrgeiz.
No, I meant what is this happening? This is weird. First off, Nick was late, not me. I'm getting apologized to, not toward. Like, I'm not the one doing the
I
apologizing.
mean, you said it yourself. It's a brand new year, a brand new decade, so all bets are off.
I guess
Handle
we
with
have to
care.
accept that. We have to accept that it is now the 20s.
I will say it was
Yep.
funny when we were waiting for you, Nick. Keith was like, "Oh boy, I wasn't Nick made the first fuck up of the year, and it's not me at this time. Finally, I finally didn't fuck up everything."
Well,
Yeah,
I
Kyle, that's
woke
more or
up
less exact-
hungover in a gymnasium, so it took me a while to get myself back together. And
Wait, did you just come to in the gymnasium, or did you specifically go there from your home today?
That was fucking
and make a round trip.
well, I
wondering.
also got drunk in the gymnasium, so
I'm just wondering how wacky of a New Year's Eve you had, Nick.
It's just a regular
Fairly?
normal night.
fairly wacky.
Yeah.
On a scale of
yeah.
1 to New Zealand, how was the?
Oh
how-
boy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that this one only registers like a 1 or a 2.
On a
With
scale
New
of
Zealand
to
being an
3?
understandable 11.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yes. Oh
Well,
yeah.
on the Nick scale of amateur, havoc, you don't get above a 3 or a 4 unless at least one knife is involved.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate for a joke.
Oh, ho, ho.
What the fuck? This woman just turned into a furry.
Yeah, well, yeah,
fuck?
she turned it basically into a hair dog because the whole body is covered, even the eyes, in what looks like just one pelt of hair.
Carapace?
Yeah.
Hair of the dog that bit you.
Fuck.
Well,
I doubt myself.
Is that like a racist thing to say to a furry?
The hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Like, in the context of alcohol. If you're a furry, comment and explain what you would feel if someone said that phrase to you.
I would assume such puns would be off the table given that they probably need an extraordinary amount of alcohol to get over their lifestyle.
Do you think? I assume you need a lot of alcohol to get
Because
into
like
that lifestyle.
even regular perverts look down on furries, so
It's
Wait
like
a minute, Nick. We're
it's like,
talking about how.
it's like child rapists in prison. Like that's the kind of like of the pervert
yeah,
community.
like you can be a murderer, you can be you can be a regular rapist, and you still see like a child molester, and you're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we just got done explaining how Kyle's desktop background is still the most degenerate thing I've ever seen, and if he changed it to hardcore pornography from like a tattoo motorcycle magazine, it'd be an upgrade in classiness.
If it was just a background from Rocktress, it would have been.
It could be a spread from a magazine called Smashed Clit Weekly, and it would still be an upgrade in terms of things that you could be caught seeing in public and not have to explain yourself.
I can already see their mascot of a cartoon clam getting clocked over the head with a hammer.
It's like a tattoo sample in a dingy ink stand at a biker rally.
Yeah, it's like what you would see on the sheet for whatever, like the free tattoo thing.
A bunch of little lightning bolts coming out of its head with some Qbert swear characters, you know what I mean?
I hope.
Yes.
Don't say what it actually is, because I want guests at home to try to guess what the fuck my actual background is.
I don't want to describe it. I'll have to take a shower just to...
Not only do words not do it justice, words would be directly injustice upon the world.
And I don't want to inflict injustice on the human language right out of the gate this fine new year.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, on the subject of furries,
By the way,
I'm
when
just
this
wondering-
episode actually comes out, Keith, it will have already become February.
No,
So
just
we
shut
should
up.
probably cut the. got the New Year talk quite a bit.
No, just
People
put
are
it out
like,
tomorrow. Just put it out tomorrow. Don't
Tomorrow.
mix
It's all
the
right.
audio or anything.
Everybody knows that this show is just grossly behind at all times.
Why the fuck
It's
is he
hack
not getting up?
fraudery.
I mean, you technically in this game do have the option to just lay there and play dead.
Speaking
It
of
doesn't do
fraud,
you any good.
that's a
but you
big clue
can.
as to Kyle's mysterious desktop image.
That actually is a
But-
pretty good clue.
Yeah.
We need a modern version of Clue that'll just be all about frauds. Was it the fraud in the kitchen with the cheat sheet? I don't know. Anyway, we were on the subject of furries, and I have something to say.
What?
I wonder if this will finally be the decade where we have a full-on furry political candidate make headway.
Oh, God.
Do you
I
think
hope
we'll
not.
actually see a debate with someone in their fursuit? for God and the public to see?
I mean, given the general political climate, that is the inevitable future that we are careening toward with startling speed.
I think we're ready for it, though. I
You
think
know,
we're...
I think I'd be
Yeah.
fine with it. I'd like to have that as a representative of me, because you know that they're going
Yeah.
to let me have some, like, they might actually put through laws that I care about. You know?
Well, I don't really... Who cares about that, Kyle? I'm just saying the sheer novelty of it, of just, you know, they're wearing their blue suit with the red tie like that, except it's just like a big cartoon mascot wolf head on top. And like,
I was about to ask,
and, like,
what kind of furry would they be, though? Like, what's the most
well, I don't know exactly.
acceptable?
You know, it's
What
up
the
to
fu- I
them.
can't jump up here. Why is this asshole jumping around like a dickhead?
Okay, when they do get elected, inevitably, do they go by their like given name, or
Oh.
do
No,
they
it's their
become
fur name.
like
their persona.
like Star Wolf,
President.
like whatever the fuck. Yeah.
President
I'm just-
Sweetmoon?
Yeah. President Creepy Peep.
I think maybe president's a bit much right out of the gate. You might have to settle
Senator
for like
Creepy
a
Peepy.
senatorial position or even
Yeah.
just a state representative. Now, wait. Local politics tend to be relatively coherent. Yeah, it definitely has to be national. So yeah, like I'm just imagining him at the podium or her. You know, where it's you know, it's
Mayor
progress.
Tenderpaw, how do you plan to address the potholes?
And then just having like the huge cartoon paws like up on the table or like the podium, like
would they be
slamming one
allowed
of
to
them.
speak, or would they just have to pantomime everything?
You could-
they're
you could mic
allowed
them
to
up
speak,
inside their stupid mascot helmet.
but would they? You could
I
easily
feel
fit
like
a mic in there.
we're towing a line that we don't want to know anything about. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have someone be like, "I'm a furry," and we're gonna be like, "Oh, you're one of our most common viewers." Shit.
Kyle, when it
Thanks
happens,
for watching. Don't inform us.
Yeah.
you'll no.
To
you'll-
teach us is folly.
well, that
We've
goes without
proven
saying.
that time and time again.
To attempt not specifically to that, but like just to try to impart new information on any of our minds is a futile effort at best.
Yeah, exactly.
And
To
it-
give us information is akin to giving a toddler a gun.
Ah.
It is both foolish and morally wrong.
You need one of those childproof caps with information with us. You know, need it in a
Yeah.
cap that we can't open up on our own.
I could
Gotta
just
give it to us and
There
set,
were,
case in point. Kyle learned and he immediately abused that knowledge.
yeah, there were multiple times last night where people questioned, because we were playing Jackbox games and there was a
Oh,
lot
nice.
of trivia, and they were like, "How do you know so much about X?" And I just had to keep repeating myself, like, "Do not ask that question."
you.
Why
can't know.
did you know the etymology of the word piss, Nick?
Well,
How
I
did you know?
I started just like blankly staring at them, pointing at my own face and saying, "Nerd." But then over time it was like, don't question it anymore.
Wait a minute. That's a good way to answer questions for our hypothetical furry senatorial candidate.
Yeah. How do you plan to address the rising crime rates in the suburbs? Nerd.
And landslide victory. But
Yeah. Well, he
But,
didn't say anything racist. I like him.
Well, we can't even tell what his ethnicity is. He's just blue.
just yeah.
And it's
We
part-
That's a
also
good point.
cannot. Yeah. It is also written on their fact sheet that they are of the mysterious fifth gender, so we can't say he or she or really use any pronouns at
Yeah.
all.
You need it's a
They
not
are
only
specifically forbidden according to this press release.
a sympathetic. It's a mysterious species. In fact, it's a mixed everything, and also, that'll go over well in Asia though, because they don't have pronouns really, so it'd be really easy.
Oh, that's
yeah.
kind of
Translation would be a breeze.
Just our furry president taking a glamour pic next to Kim Jong Un at the at the DMZ, and it's like you take that picture and you send it back in time 40 years, and
Oh
just,
yeah, like the next nuclear summit is at a con.
Well, gents, I don't want to interrupt this funny. Do we keep going, or is this the end of this game?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, join us on the next game. Mom Can I Have Another Dollar. This was Ehrgeiz.
Yeah.